Excellent. Welcome, everyone. I am Melissa, Manager of Grants and Community Engagement here at ArtsBuild. Welcome to our Friday Community Zoom. We pushed it up some this month because we have a very exciting deadline approaching for our Periscope program and applications. And so I'm going to do a brief introduction of the funders for this program, and then hand it over to Monica Maples-Kinsey and Jonathan Harold Dye and James McKissick, and they're going to tell you all about the program. So Periscope CHA is spearheaded by ArtsBuild with support of the City of Chattanooga Office of Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, the Nancy Lackey Community Education Fund, the Sankofa Civic Engagement Organization, Benwood Foundation, United Way, Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville, and the Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. Using a model created by the Arts and Business Council of Nashville for over 10 years, Periscope CHA Artist Entrepreneur Training is a year-long business development intensive to empower a cohort of working artists from multiple disciplines to see their creative practice through the lens of entrepreneurship. Welcome, Monica, Jonathan, and James.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa, for that introduction. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see here. Can you see my screen? Yes, perfect. Okay, great. As Melissa said, I am Monica Maples-Kinsey. I'm the project manager for the Periscope Chattanooga Artist Entrepreneur Training. This is a business development intensive modeled after the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville's program that has been in existence for 10 years with a wonderful success rate. Let's see if I can get. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is introduce Jonathan Harwell Dye. He is the Director of Programs at ABC, and let him discuss more about what the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville does. Take it away, Jonathan.
Thank you, Monica. And hello, everyone. I'm excited to be able to join you today and tell you a little bit more about the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. We are an independent 501c3 nonprofit arts organization that leverages and unites the unique resources of the arts and business communities to create a thriving creative culture in Nashville and beyond. We do that by developing mutually beneficial partnerships between the arts and the business communities. We do that by bringing business skills to artists so that artists can master the art of business. And then we also bring creativity into the workplace to demonstrate the impact and value of the arts through tangible benefits and to develop lifelong arts participants and supporters. So we've been around since about 2006, and Periscope is a program that we developed with our local Chamber of Commerce here in Nashville, the Nashville Entrepreneur Center, and the Mayor's Office of Economic and Community Development. And so it's been around. We launched it in 2014. We are currently wrapping up this year's cohort, which is the 10th cohort of the program. We also launched a rural artist development cohort 2 years ago. So we've had 10 cohorts in Nashville, as well as 2 cohorts of rural artists living in smaller communities throughout the entire state of Tennessee. Periscope is based on a curriculum model from the Nashville Entrepreneur Center that has been augmented and specialized to focus specifically on artist entrepreneurs, helping artists to truly see their practice through an entrepreneurial lens. And we've had hundreds of alumni of the program, many of which have come back to be mentors, to be instructors, to be speakers, as well as to nominate and support future participants. So we really are proud of the community that we've developed, and we're really excited to be expanding and growing that same entrepreneurial community in Chattanooga with our partners at ArtsBuild and all the other funders.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
So as there's the slide with all of your partners. There we go. So as we jump into this, Periscope there are going to be 3 phases. This first phase will be an 8-week of in-person training that will start September 26th and go through November 14th. Tuesdays is the date that we're targeting from 4:30 to 8:30 in the Chattanooga area. Phase 2 is a 6 months of one-on-one mentorship with a business professional from January 1 to June 30th. You'll note that we take a break from November and December from everybody's schedules, and we restart with the mentorship in January. During that mentorship, there will be 2 preliminary staging and preparation for the pitch that happens in May. As a part of, it'll happen on May 1st. We just got that date this week. It'll happen as a part of the Small Business Week, also in affiliation with the TBFCU Ideal Leap pitch. Ours will be the first night, and then the Ideal Leap will be the second night. This is open to all residents of Hamilton County who are working artists and creating work in any discipline, with the exception of culinary. Applicants must be 18 or over, practicing artists who are currently working professionally and or are looking to make their artistic and creative endeavors into a sustainable business venture. Again, it goes through the training. We have 8 weeks in-person training covering the big picture of business modeling and functional business practices. There's exchange within the training with small group work, mentorship with a business professional, paired one-on-one with a high caliber mentor. Exposure is a pitch event that is to the business community as artists as well, and then year-round opportunities. Typical training session for ArtsBuild, the ArtsBuild cohort will be on Tuesdays from 4:30 to 8:30. The first will be training sessions with a full group led by entrepreneurial leaders. Then from 6 to 7, as you'll see, we'll have breakout sessions with small groups facilitated by local arts leaders. And then from 7:15 to 8:30, we'll have dinner and a session with the business professionals, similar to a lunch and learn, but ours are going to be at dinner. So opportunities with arts leaders, business professionals, and allies. We need you, not only if you're an artist who wants to apply, but we also need artists and creatives to help us in this program. We're seeking business professionals, arts leaders, artists, creatives to serve as curriculum leaders, group leaders, workshop facilitators, and mentors. And there are stipends available for each role. If you have any interest in this, please email me at monica@caravantribe.com if you're interested in serving one of these roles. I'll leave that up there for one moment. And here's a look at our timeline. The applications open June 30th. We had a Periscope info session last week, August 3rd. Nominations were due August 11th. Applications are due this next Friday, August 18th. I do want to note that you do not have to be nominated to apply. So if you already know that you want to apply, go for it. Please get that application in. The week of September 5th, artists will be notified. September 26th is when the training begins. November 14th, training ends. That is the 8-week session, in-person sessions. And then January 1, and the mentorship begins with your assigned mentor. And I want to point out that schedule, it will be based on your and your mentor's schedule. We just ask that you meet at least a minimum of an hour a month, and then you work on your pitch. There's 2 phases where you'll do a preliminary pitch. January 23rd and March 19th are the pitch preliminaries, and then May 1st is the pitch event. I met someone, there we go. All right, the application process. So the application materials is, step 1 is to complete the Periscope application. Step 2 is then to email your resume or CV, 3 pages max, please. Our reviewers will thank you. And your work samples, appropriate to your discipline. They can be audio or video. They can be digital. They can, just as long as they represent your work. It can also be a manuscript. And please include any special instructions for viewing your work samples by emailing me at monica@caravan.com, because I will be putting all of your materials together in the folders for the application reviewers. Our application community reviewers are panelists to evaluate the portfolio based on quality and creative vision, motivation and need, diversity and representation, and overall impression. These panelists will include your peers and local arts leaders, curators, artists, and program partners. There is no application fee, but there is a program fee if accepted, and it is based on a sliding scale on your household income. And you'll see the various tiers here. There's A, B, and C based on the household income. And we do have payment plans and scholarships available. Please email me at monica@caravantribe.com for any inquiries or questions. Because of this, the intensity of this program and the value, we do attendance is mandatory. So please pay attention to the program dates and times. There are many more applicants and spots available. The cohort will only be 20 to 25 for this first cohort. And this is a 3-year project. So there'll be a different cohort each year. In order to ensure the best quality of programming, build a collaborative and supportive program network, and to be fair to people who weren't offered a spot, we ask that Periscope participants attend all sessions during the 8-week training. The program is in person. We are reiterating that. We are to the Q&A portion of this presentation. Again, my contact is at the top. The deadline here is next Friday, August 18th at 5 o'clock Eastern time. And then here is a list of our funding partners that have helped us to bring this program to Chattanooga. Is there any questions that we can answer for you? And if I went too fast, I apologize. I can go back. I'm going to stop share so I can see folks. Any questions? Oh, let's see what's in the chat. Okay, Melissa, thank you for dropping those.
Yeah, and people are welcome to unmute themselves and ask questions, or if you feel more comfortable typing it into the chat, and we will answer it from there.
Yes, please. Questions for Jonathan as well. Melissa will also share a link to the Periscope Nashville pitches that have happened over the past 10 years. On their YouTube channel, there's a lot of good examples of the different products and services and creative ventures that they've seen over the past 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy to answer any questions about the past, the process, anything that on the history of the program. I'm happy to share anything that I can. So if you have questions, definitely throw them in the chat or unmute yourself and you can ask them.
I know there's a couple of folks on here that I have that are artists that I have requested to potentially work on the application panel, the review panel. So if you have any questions about that process as well, feel free to ask.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see a question in the chat. What is the purpose of the pitch? Well, the purpose of the pitch, Monica, if it's okay, I'll take that question. Because this is a business development program for artists. So we're trying to help artists to be able to view their practice with an entrepreneurial lens, which means understanding and learning about a lot of different tools that entrepreneurs are able to use for their business. A business pitch is a common entrepreneurial tool that entrepreneurs use to be able to get resources and partnerships for their business. And so what they are doing is trying to demonstrate their value to either an investor or a community partner or a funder, whatever the case may be. The Periscope pitch is really, it functions in 2 ways for me. It's one, it's a written down version of the business plan that you've developed, and and so it's written down. It's in a form of a presentation that you can give, and so then you're able to talk succinctly and effectively about your business in a persuasive way, so that people want to help you achieve your goals. And so the business pitch is both a business plan and also a incredible tool to be able to get access to resources and partnerships and all those sorts of things to be able to take your business to the next level. Thank you for your question, Jonathan. If you have follow-ups, let me know. I'm happy to talk in more depth about any aspect of it as well. If you watch some of the pitches that are linked, I think you'll get a sense of sort of what the purpose is of the pitch and how that fits into sort of the overall thing. Oh, and we have another question about, is age a factor? Monica, I'll let you take that question.
No, I mean, the more the merrier. No, age is not a factor. So yeah, we are trying to hit all demographics, all ages. We are here to help and to information share and to provide you with the tools to be successful. And, Two, we see this program as a twofold. Like, not only do we want to help creatives to be successful, give them the tools in business, but also we see your interactions and the engagement that you'll have with the corporate and business mentors. We hope to see them, for them to also be affected and to see how art is indeed a business and how that they can implement it more into their work life and a problem solving, you know, for their businesses as well.
Yeah, and Christina, I can tell you that in Nashville, we've had artists all the way from usually they're over 18. So all of our Periscope artists are above 18. And usually they've graduated from a degree granting program if they've gone that route. So I would say our age range, our youngest is probably around 20 something years old. And then I think the most recent class, we had someone who was in their late 60s in the class. So truly a span.
Yes, and we do have the requirement that they have to be 18 or older. I apologize, I didn't specify that, but it is 18 or older. But no, you do not age out of this session, out of these workshops. Okay, Rosie has a question. I already work professionally as a freelance designer, but looking to expand my painting and illustration practice, and I'm unsure how. Would this program be suitable for someone like me, or would someone with my experience be overqualified? Honestly, I don't think you're overqualified. I think that you have maybe an advantage of being in that field already, but I think there's always more to help you expand. So maybe we can help you with some of the marketing promotion. Maybe we can help you with resources, additional, you know, contacts and things like that. But no, I think I do not feel like you're overqualified. What about you, Jonathan? Do you have?
Oh, I agree completely.
Okay.
And Rosie, what I would say is, you know, when you're thinking about being a freelance designer and then you're wanting to expand your painting and illustration, I think what you'll find from this program is really the tools to be able to make the strategic decisions of how you would make that transition, how you would grow that side of your business. So I actually think you're a great candidate for it. I do agree with Monica. I think that you do have some advantages from being a freelance designer. But what I also know is that I know a lot of artists who have been freelancers for many years. And a lot of the stuff that we talk about in this program are things that they didn't study in school. They didn't get this business education as an undergraduate or even getting a master's in illustration or graphic design. And so I think what you'll find is that you'll have a lot more tools in your tool belt when you're done.
Agreed. This is an easy crowd. Oh.
Yeah.
Please, any questions? Well, my email is available. You can email me anytime or reach out to me. My phone number as well. I can put it in the chat. For any questions, I'm happy to help you. Whoops, hold on. And Melissa, do you have additional things that you want to cover? If no one has any questions?
As a follow-up, everybody who has registered will get the links again. And if Monica's open to it, a copy of the slides that were presented today. That way the dates are there in print for you all. And some folks arrived a little later in the Zoom. And so we will be posting this via our social media as well as YouTube, either today or, you know, this weekend. So that will be great. You can rewatch this. So yeah, you know, if Jonathan or James or Monica, if y'all have any final thoughts on this, really exciting program that I know we're really ready to launch and get going.
I really don't have anything. I just wanted to encourage people to apply and you know, go for it. We've done surveys and kind of communicated a lot with our local arts community, and something that always comes up is the desire to have more and better business skills. So we're happy to be able to work with ABC Nashville to bring this project here to Chattanooga.
Agreed.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Monica, Jonathan, and James for that follow-up to everything. We do look forward to the program. We're going to now move forward to some exciting announcements related to ArtsBuild. If folks, have any questions that arises, I'm talking, just put them in the chat and I can get them to Monica if perchance she logs off or anything of that nature. So I'm going to hand it over to James to talk about intermission, and then I'm going to give a really exciting grant announcement. So, James.
Are you muted?
I don't know what I did, but I just threw into the chat a link about intermission. And intermission is it's our inaugural fundraising event that we're planning this year with ArtsBuild. We're very excited about it. Many people know that each year we do an award called the Ruth Holmberg Arts Leadership Award. And we are doing that in conjunction with this event, trying to take it to the next level and actually make it into a fundraiser to support our grant making and our field trip programs here at ArtsBuild. And a lot of people don't know, but we do pay for field trips for about 14,000 children in Hamilton County schools each year to make sure that they have an arts experience every year, kindergarten through 5th grade. And we're excited to have Alan Coming as our special guest, who is a two-time Tony Award-winning actor who's been out there for a long time on TV and in all kinds of movies. And we invite you all to come. Join us. You can purchase tickets. Remember, the tickets and the event is a fundraiser to help support the work that we do. And the ticket price does help us, ArtsBuild, and allow us to do more with our mission of building a stronger community through the arts. So we appreciate your support. You can definitely like it, share it, tell other people about it. And we hope to see you on September the 15th.
Awesome. Thank you, James. As James mentioned, the link to intermission is in the chat, and I'm putting in a link for something I'm about to talk about. I'm going to change my screen share. Here we are. So as many of you know, throughout the year, we have 6 grant programs that we push forward to support arts organizations, artists, individuals to expand arts and culture throughout Hamilton County and Chattanooga. And we are super excited to bring back one of our equity grants. This round is going to be for BIPOC female artists. It is an artist can apply for up to $10,000 to help take their art to that next level. This grant program was birthed from the awareness that we want our funding to be reflective of all the faces of Chattanooga. And so thankfully, this grant program is helping our funding to go from representing 22% BIPOC artists to up to now 38% of our funding is going towards BIPOC artists, which is more in line with the demographics of our area. And so that is one of the reasons this is a very important grant program. Next Thursday, August 17th, I put the link in there, is an info session. And what I do is I talk about the grant guidelines, the application process, open it up for questions, because one of our, another goal of ours at ArtsBuild is to make granting open and accessible to all. So no matter who you are and your technology level of expertise or not so, we make it where everyone can apply. So we make our process as little less tedious as we can. And so we're here to support you. So we always do an info session. Then the next day, the application will go live. It will be live for about 7 weeks, and then the funding cycle will run from January 1, 2024 through December 15th, 2024. So the artist has a year to work through their proposed project. Is there any questions today about that grant of the folks who are on this call? I do know we have one previous racial equity grantee on the call, so I'm really appreciative that Christina is here, and I look forward to the new cohort that will be launched soon. But yeah, awesome. Well, great. Well, this has been a fast and furious community Zoom. We're done in 30 minutes. We've gone over the new upcoming Periscope program. We're going to launch out lots of links for you after the Zoom. Check out Intermission and register for the upcoming info session for the equity grant that's going to launch and go live on August 18th. Thank you. We really appreciate y'all attending.
Thanks, everyone.